Hi, I'm Thomas Bowles, Prince William County Agricultural Extension Agent. Welcome to our video. When you're an extension agent, sometimes your office looks like this. Welcome to Sunny Slope Farm. We're out here on a lovely Sunday doing a For the Soils informational tour demonstrations about how to have healthy soils and why healthy soils are good. And my job is to take folks through this massive sunflower field, and while they're cutting sunflowers for themselves, let's talk about the ecology of what's going on and how the healthy soil in this field is helping these sunflowers grow and helping biodiversity. And so we'll take a look at a variety of things over the course of the afternoon. We'll look at the diversity of plants, insects, and who knows what else we find in here. Starting with this nice little deer bed that's going to be our first path into the field. So we're going to cut through this deer path and start making our field, our path of our own into the sunflowers. But while we're here, let's look at some of the plant biodiversity that's growing up and around this sunflower field. We've got foxtail, we've got crabgrass, which if you've got a lawn you probably don't like, but surprisingly crabgrass is actually a very good forage. Naturally we have sunflowers. As we move in a little bit, we can see we got buckwheat. So buckwheat is typically a summer cover crop that helps pull phosphorus up out from the ground. And so we have at least 4 plant species here. And then within those 4 species, we've got a variety of different types of sunflowers throughout this field. And that biodiversity is feeding the soil. It's causing us to have more biodiversity under the ground with the invertebrates that we can't see. And they're doing a lot of heavy lifting for us. Oh, look, there's a bumble. Yeah, so we're bringing in the bees, we're bringing in the grasshoppers, and who knows what else we're bringing in, but we'll explore that over the course of the day. Oh, look, we've got these little guys, some kind of beetle. Not really sure what kind of beetle they are, but they seem to be enjoying this sunflower. The thing about science, whether it's applied or hard science in the lab, it forces us to be observant. And when we're observant, we can see all sorts of things, and I'm not sure if we can see it in that shadow, but we've got a bumblebee that's going pretty hard at this particular sunflower. That's not what I want to show you. What I wanted to show you is this sunflower. Oh my gosh, it's got leaf spot, it's got holes in the leaf. That didn't really affect the flowers, now did it? Nature's cool with a little bit of damage because that's balance, and that's what nature's about. But the other thing this shows us, if we look at a different variety of sunflowers, like this sunflower, not really quite as damaged. It's a little bit past its prime over here, but this boy's about to open up. So we can see that it's resisted damage a whole lot better, at least on the disease side. What does that mean? It means that if you don't like your leaves looking beat up, then maybe you should look at different varieties. The biodiversity of this field is incredible. There is so much insect life, there is so many different plants, many different varieties of sunflowers, and all of that diversity makes a great habitat. Yeah, it's a more or less monoculture in a way because it's all sunflowers, but it's different sunflowers, and it's buckwheat, and it's different types of grasses. And once we get into this thing, who knows what else we'll find? Maybe some corn, maybe some melons. Who knows what was left over from previous plantings? Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is sun hemp. And that is a cover crop for the summer that puts a whole lot of nitrogen right down in the soil. It gets its name because it's very fibrous and can be used to make rope just like hemp, but it is not part of the marijuana family, it is in fact in the pea family. It's typically a tropical plant, but you can grow it in Virginia. In the deep south, you can get 16-foot plants. Here in Virginia, the tallest that I've ever gotten, it was, let's say 8-9 feet. This is a beautiful plant, and when it flowers, it produces pea-shaped flowers that are bright yellow, and they're about an inch big. They're beautiful little things, or big things, I guess you could call them. But sun hemp, again, the biodiversity here is amazing, and it's pumping nitrogen into the soil, taking it out of the air. And what we have, this little plant, it's building up building up biological things in the soil that aren't necessarily associated with our sunflowers, but are still going to benefit our sunflowers. They're still going to benefit our buckwheat and our grasses. One of our main principles of soil health is maximize diversity. And here we have an excellent example. Again, we're talking biodiversity. Look, different types of millets and sorghums. Massive biodiversity in this. And again, I talked to Harry, and Harry didn't plant sun hemp, and yet, here we go. Pretty cool. So before I said that there might even be pumpkins in here. I was wrong. There are, however, squash in this field. Again, the biodiversity in Sunnyside Farms is pretty amazing. There are some true weeds in here, but the utter biodiversity of both plants and insects is amazing. So we got more biodiversity. We've got giant foxtail. And look, that's this buckwheat. It has started to reseed. You can see the seeds there on the buckwheat. They go from flower to seed to sprout really quick. And so buckwheat makes a good cover crop in the summertime because it's only a short period and it self-seeds itself and it can keep going until frost. We're in the deer pass, deep inside our sunflower bed, our sunflower field. This is leading away from an area where a lot of deer seem to have bedded down. Interesting. It could be why there aren't very many sunflowers, because it's the bedding area, and when they were germinating, our deer friends decided that they were going to lay on them and they couldn't really get off the ground. But got this excellent deer path here, leading to who knows what. Good things, ooh, bad things. Looks like we got a pokeweed. Now, what's the best way to deal with pokeweed? Chop it up, dig it out. Do we need to use an herbicide here? No, not really. But basically we want to kill it before it produces seed. And right now it's starting to form berries, but it's about the stage where I would start thinking about killing it before it gets too mature. But let's press on. There's much more to see, much more to see. We're deep in the heart of Deer Central Highway. Got a highway going there. We've got one that curves up this way. Got one that heads back that way. It's the path where we just came from. There's one going over there. There are deer in here all the time, it looks like. How much damage are they doing? Not a whole lot. Not that I can see. Oh, look at that. We've got some leaves that have some problems. Is that a problem for our sunflowers? No. We still got blooms. Now, these are a little bit past their prime, but we still got blooms. Just because something has a little bit of disease does not mean we need to pull out a chemical and treat it. Oh, let's see if I can zoom. No, I can't. A blue wasp. Those are lovely pollinators. Over in the buckwheat. Let's see if I can zoom in and get him. Don't know if we can quite get him. Now it looks like he's gone. That's unfortunate. They're beautiful, beautiful insects. But that's what you see when you take the time to take a look at what's going on. It's a little bit crazy here, but it's peaceful and it's beautiful, and we have a glorious day. Get out in nature, folks. Experience nature. It's so calming. It's a Sunday and I'm working, and this is the best office I could be working out of on a Sunday. Grow food like nature. Grow plants like nature intended to. Diverse. Luscious. Don't need to add chemicals. Nature will provide if you build your soil. If you maximize diversity, keep the soil covered, maximize living roots throughout the year, and avoid disturbing the soil as much as possible. Those are 4 soil health principles, and they are guiding this farm produce beautiful sunflowers. So here we are in the middle of the field. What do we got going on? Well, let's take a look at what's going on in the soil. We have a nice residue layer. Oh, and look at that nice, rich soil in there. Look at that. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Now, if we take this soil, take a piece of it, and with just a little pressure, it turns into crumbs. Not dust, but crumbs. Those are small aggregates they're holding together because the biology in that soil is keeping that together. It's keeping individual particles in aggregates. And what this means is that this soil has the room for water to infiltrate, for the plant roots to get air, and to reduce compaction. If I did this and it powdered on me, then stepping on it would compact it. This is resilient. This is what we want in our soils. Just an example of how good soil principles can help build our soils.